So hello YouTubers, welcome again to TechLoom. Today we're going to be talking about the 6657 LED clock. This is what the clock looks like inside. This is what it looks like inside. You can see that this one has the relative humidity up there. It has the temperature down there. Then it has the days of the week on this side. Of course, I've reviewed a clock that looks like this, that has the relative humidity and the temperature, but it does not have the days of the week outlined on the other end of the clock. And again, this one has AAA batteries, two AAA batteries, which serve as memory only, strictly for memory and nothing else. So the batteries does not allow the clock to show its colors like this. So the only thing the battery does is to keep the time, or keep the memory of the time, so that it does not lose time. That's actually the major functions. That's the major functions of the battery. So as it is, even if I hit it, it doesn't come on like that. So it stays blank like this until you apply the USB cord that is supplied. So you have to put it to a charger, a computer, or a 5V, any 5V power source like power banks. So I will put it in, and now this is what it looks like. It's a fairly large clock that you can hang on the wall, also put just close to your setup. Very beautiful. I like all the displays that it has, everything at a glance, the temperature, the relative humidity, and the days of the week. I can see at a glance, although the dates is not also on display because the screen is more like limited, unlike one that I showed the other time that had that display. Without saying much, let's dive into the settings. Going behind the clock, you can see we have the alarm button up there, then the plus button, the minus button, and the set button down there. So, and this compartment is where you have the AAA batteries lying inside there. Just two AAA batteries, just two, which it serves as the memory battery, and it is written here memory battery. Okay, so then followed by where you socket the USB. Okay, so that is what the clock looks like, and we have to go quick into the settings. We click on the set button and hold down. Now we have we choose between the 12-hour format or the 24-hour format. So we go to the 12-hour format. Okay, we click on the set button again. Now the hour is flashing. The hour, you choose your plus and minus to choose your hour. Remember that when you go beyond 12 o'clock, it now becomes the PM disappears. So we are still in PM. This is 11 PM. Then I click the set button again to set my minutes. Then set button takes you to the year. Well, this is 2025. So press the set button again. This is the month. You set the months. Then press the set button again. You set the day of the month. Then the set button again takes you to change from degree Fahrenheit to degree Celsius. You can see it changing from degree Fahrenheit to degree Celsius. Then you take this one, has to do with the dot flashing or staying in one place. So these two dots that usually show when your clock is on. So some of them they keep flashing, some of them they stay one place. So if you want it to be flashing, it will go back to that place. Click on the set button, 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 set button. So if we put it on, let's see what happens. Then go back to set button. You can now see that it's flashing. It's flashing there. Okay, now remember when we remove the FL, the flashing stops. Okay, remove the FL, put it on off, the flashing stops. You can see the flashing has stopped. So that is how to set the comprehensive settings. So now it's time to set the alarm of this clock, the alarm. So when you press the alarm button, the symbol of the alarm comes out. You can see the alarm icon there. So when it comes out, you press your set button. So it shows you alarm on. You can switch it off by pressing plus or minus. So this is on. Then you press the set button again. You now choose your hour, alarm hour with your plus or minus. Remember that when you go beyond the 12 mark, it becomes PM or AM. Okay, but this is in minutes. Of course, it's on PM right now. You can go to AM. This is the alarm time. I want to set it to 8. Okay, 8:30. Can leave it at 8:30. Then I press alarm button again. So here we'll have 7 days of the week. It will ring once. Six means that it will ring twice during the weekend, and 5 means that it will ring once during the weekend. So you choose that, then you exit the alarm setting. Okay, so don't forget 7 means that it rings once every day of the week. 7 means that it rings once every day of the week. So that is 7 days of the week. Then 6 means that it will ring twice during the weekends. Then 5 means that it rings once during the weekends. Okay, so that is what that alarm is. Of course, you can also choose your second alarm by pressing alarm and press the alarm again. You can see the second alarm have come. You go to setting, then you can put it on. So I put it on, then I'll go to the settings, then settings, and that's it. So now you can see that the 2 alarms have been set. So that's how you set the alarm of this clock, of the clock 6657. So now we are going to be dealing with the brightness settings. So in this case, when you press the plus button, this is brightness level 3. This is automatic brightness, and this is sleep mode brightness. This is level 1, level 2, and level 3. That's the brightest of all the levels, and that's the brightness setting of this clock. That's how you choose your brightness. So the automatic brightness means the normal 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. That's the automatic brightness. The sleep mode just dims the whole display. It makes its display dim normally. But the brightness level 1, 2, 3 is another brightness. These are options you can choose just to keep your brightness controlled, brightness of the clock controlled, so that if you have to sleep, you don't want disturbance from your clock, you choose any of this brightness. That's about the brightness settings. So we'll go to the display settings. This clock has a situation where you can display between just the time like this showing, but if you want it to be circling between the time and the date, circling it to be changing after some seconds, you hold the plus button, long press, it beeps, and that is the second display. So it will be circling between the time and the months. You can see it has changed to months. Now it has changed to normal time. So after some seconds, it will change to months, month and date, or let's say the date. Then it comes back to the time. So if you want to remove it from this and bring it back to the classic time only, you still press the plus button and hold it down, long press, and after you hear that beep, it means that it has been changed back to only time display. Okay, and that is how to set the display settings. For the DST of this clock, you short press the minus button. Just be watching for the icon up there. You can see the DST minus button is there. So you can do long short press again and the DST is off. Okay, so thank you for coming to Techloom again. Thank you for being part of this. Please keep staying with us, and if you have been with us all this while, if you're subscribed, I salute you. Then those of you who have not subscribed, please just subscribe, give us a thumbs up, comment, and like our video, and share it with your friends too, so that they can also be part of this, what we are doing here. So thank you again, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers and goodbye.